Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Ms. Joy De Imus. Second referee, Mr. Patrick Castillo. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our guest team from Japan, Kurashiki Ablaze. Let's start with our team captain. She wears jersey number 3, Oshima Kyoka. At number 10, Yano Yukino. Wearing jersey number 11, Hiraoka Akane. Number 13, Kawamura Miho. Number 15, Tamaro Asaka. And number 16, Tanabe Saki. Starting libero, number 9, Takahashi Kaoru. Head coach, Mr. Hideo Suzuki. Presenting our Creamline Cool Smashers. Team captain wears jersey number 2, Alyssa Valdez. At number 5, Risa Sato. Wearing jersey number 6, Janet Panaga. At number 12, Julia Melissa de Guzman. Number 18, Diana May Carlos. And number 23, Jessica Margaret Galanza. Starting libero, number 11, Kayla Liana Atienza. Head coach, Mr. Sherwin Meneses. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. Watch out for the flying volleyballs coming your way.
Here are your starters. Start a new way to watch the PVL via the Pilipinas Live app. Download them and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. As we take a look at the starting players for both squads for the Kurashiki Ablaze and of course the Creamline Cool Smashers. Risa Sato will be starting off this one. We probably know why, Noreen, why Coach Sherwin gave her the starting nod for this game.
So she can understand what they're saying and then tell her teammates, oh, this is their play.
May advantage, kumbaga, si
advantage.
Risa Sato. We welcome you all to our coverage live on One Sports Plus, Pilipinas Live, and on Signal Play. Dick Dipianco and Noreen Go calling this match. And of course, Jaime Ascalon, our courtside reporter. Our last game for the semifinals. By the way, right off, we start with a point from Gemma Galanza.
Well, it started off from good passing. We always say that's a great start for Creamline. But for both teams, I feel today, we shouldn't say too much that it's a non-bearing game. It is, because they will meet again in the finals. But it's also to gauge, you know, your opponents and the adjustments you have to make going into the finals on Sunday.
But the thing is, the fans know that it's a non-bearing game, but they came here to the Phil Sports Arena, and a lot of them are watching live because they know how good of a game this will be for both teams who are once again undefeated. Noreen, wala pang talo yung parehong koponan in the semifinals. For Creamline, they've been undefeated the entire Invitational Conference so far.
I mean, I said it in the pregame. No? A lot of fans were hoping that this game, or wished, okay, not hoping, wished that this game probably happened earlier in the semis. But you know, you have to accept it. They will still meet each other in the finals.
And the questions are answered. We were thinking, I'm sure the fans were thinking, will the starters play a lot of minutes? Right now, it's the same suspects for both teams to play this match, but that attack from Tots Carlos was out.
Well, remember what Jaime said in his report in the pregame. He said, Coach Sherwin said, they're going to play the Creamline way, which is obviously, they're going to play for the fans. You know, they're going to start their starters and they're going to play for the fans.
And this is also a way, Marina, as Carlos gets the point, for them to gauge each other. But before that, we go to Jaime Escalon for this report. Jaime?
Noreen. Well, one player who has had a lot of international experience in Japan is, of course, the phenom Eliza Valdez. Now, Eliza told me that she has always been impressed with Japanese volleyball, especially they have impeccable precision in their movement. Now, one player who has impressed her the most is setter Kyoka Oshima, who for a young age has impeccable decision-making. Now, for Kyoka Oshima, that might just be the ultimate compliment from a Filipino, one of our country's very best. Now, speaking of best, get the best streaming experience by downloading and subscribing to the Pilipinas Live app for just 99 pesos. Now back to you, Dip and Noreen.
Thank you, Jaime, for that report. Well, both teams exchanging points right now, and what Jaime mentioned, some of the players of Japan, I'm sure they're taking this as a learning experience. It's a young team for Kurashiki Ablaze, but to face a dynasty like Creamline Cool Smashers obviously is a lot of help for their experience.
No, and you have to remember, Creamline represented our country, right? In the ABC, was it ABC?
Right.
I'm not totally sure of the right title to that tournament, but they played against foreign countries, so they're no strangers to play against, you know, Team A of Thailand and so on and so forth. So the Japanese, I'm sure, they do respect that, their experience.
Sent back, chance for Ablaze to get a point, but that one is short. And Creamline has some breather with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, that's a blazing start by the Cool Smashers, really. So used to this, you know, the fans screaming. I can hardly hear you, Div, but they're so used to it. And I heard it from the grapevine that Kurashiki actually is very nervous because of the crowd factor.
But they know, even from the post-game yesterday after the match against PLDT, they know that Creamline is a popular team, that the fans are going to be here. But Coach Hideo Suzuki was saying, hopefully the fans will also cheer for them.
For sure. I mean, the fans, they're more knowledgeable right now with the sport. They appreciate, you know, any opponent, any other country that comes to participate.
Well, now it's a 4-point lead for the Cool Smashers, trying to pull away in the early goings of this match. Panaga continues to serve for the white shirts.
But you like the inclusion of Coach Sherwin, Risa Sato in the starting six, because, you know, she adds spunk really to this team.
Yeah, she didn't even play last game for Creamline, but you know she's ready to play every time she's called.
And she can actually trash talk there at the net, really talking in their language. Of course, she does not.
Point here for Kurashiki Ablaze as they cut the lead down to 3.
Oh, good pass. Oh!
Sato's attack was short.
Oh, good effort, though. I mean, you like that set, that the confidence that Guzman is giving Risa Sato, because you did say she didn't play in the last game, but now you got to get her going. You got to run the middles.
And this is something that they can build on. Yung mga players that will be fielded in tonight, at least they get a feel of it. Para come Sunday, when your number is called, you're ready to play.
When you're called to duty.
Carlos goes down the line, but that one was wide.
5-6.
You saw her reaction. She knew. She twisted too much. But you know what you love about Tots Carlos? Sometimes when you watch some games and, oh, it's not her night. You know, she's committing more errors than normal. But the way she makes up for that, automatic. You know, really MVP
she
caliber.
knows how to move on from each point right away.
Yeah.
Again, a violation for Creamline. Oh, but they're going to challenge here, looking for a block touch. But this was a 4-point lead just a while ago. All of a sudden, Kurashiki erasing that deficit, tying the game up at 6-all.
Yeah, I mean, after a good start, we have to mention a lot of unforced errors on the side of Creamline, a couple of hitting errors. This one is being challenged, but it is questionable.
You would think for a young team that it will be hard for them to pick up themselves right away, but Kurashiki already coming up here and slowly trimming the lead as we take a look at the block touch challenge.
Doesn't look like there was any.
Clearly, no block touch on the part of the red shirts. So, unsuccessful challenge for Creamline, which means the game is tied at 6-all.
And which means charge that to another unforced error on the side of the Cool Smashers. We can already count. One from Sato, one from Carlos, one from Valdez.
Yeah.
That's why it's a tied game.
De Guzman sets up Valdez. Second chance for Creamline. De Guzman back to Eliza.
Good cover.
Third try for Creamline, and finally that drops right in.
Well, obviously Valdez is no stranger to being blocked, but for as long as coverage is there, she will keep swinging. And on the third try, Div, she gets the point.
They say third time's the charm, that's why you keep going. Creamline did not give up on that play.
No, and you like the set. On the third, there was just one blocker, a one-on-one, and Valdez is gonna score.
Oh, and right away, Asaka answering back.
Yeah, hitting off the blocker's hand there. You like the attitude also of Kurashiki. You know, you're right. They came back in this set, and they're just challenging Creamline, knowing that they are the crowd favorites.
7-all is the score. Gia goes to Valdez again. This time the soft touch picked up by Ablaze. They go to the left side. Attack by Yukino was picked up.
Oh, good dig.
This will be a bump set. Sent back. It's Japan's turn to attack for the third time.
Still alive.
With the running Sato, but still picked up. Long rally we have here. It's still going on. Valdez, the tip.
Oh, still alive.
Gia, who will she go to? Sato, still no. Credit the defense of Kurashiki Ablaze.
Actually, of both teams, oh!
Both teams scrambling, not giving up on the play, and finally it ends with a violation on the part of Kurashiki, which sends us to the first. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines, as we are back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig for the final game of the semifinals between Kurashiki Ablaze and the Creamline Cool Smashers. Risa Sato and the Cool Smashers are up by 1 with Valdez serving, and it's set back for an easy point by Sato.
What a serve. I mean, we have to mention Eliza Valdez was known for her serves long before, and she's showing us again back in fine form.
Regalo para kay Risa Sato. And Valdez is back on deck to serve. This time it's short.
50-50, that's pretty good. You'll take it.
So just a 1-point game for Ablaze. Miho will be the one to serve for Japan, as the players of Vietnam still in attendance watching. They played their final game earlier.
They don't have a game anymore, so we're not sure when they are scheduled to leave. So they're enjoying this like the preview of their finals.
Why
of the
not?
finals.
I'm sure it's time for them to turn their fan hats on. Diba? Kasi they're done playing here, but they're still enjoying the action here in the Premier Volleyball League. The Guzman with a 1-2 play. Read perfectly. Picked up here by Creamline. Gia says, get out of the way. And Galanza, her attack was picked up. Yukino, they've been trying to go to her, but unsuccessful. Let's see if this one will drop. Wala pa rin. The set by Kyoka. And from the back row.
Well, Kurashi's got to thank the net there. Because of the net, it took the defense of Creamline off guard there. Look at that.
But Tamaru Asaka has been excellent for her team, leading the way with averaging 23.5 points per game in the semifinals.
Oh, wow.
And none bigger than yesterday's performance, Doreen.
Monster 30 points.
As she was saying post-game na medyo nararamdaman yung pagod, but they're ready to face Creamline. I'm sure they are pumped once they enter the arena. Naramdaman nila yung energy ng crowd.
Yeah. I'm sure they're enjoying this. Like our colleagues have been saying that they're not used to this kind of crowd, so they should be enjoying it as well.
Ooh, what a hit. Akane able to get that one.
Well, we can see right now, Kurashiki, not a lot of errors in this match or in this first set. So that's what they're using. That's why they're keeping it close.
Still down by one. Yano Yukino with the serve. De Guzman bump sets to Carlos. Carlos was checked there. The setup. Asaka. Oh, that's kept alive. Carlos with a save. Atienza upset. Galanza with a tip. Asaka again is denied.
Good cover.
She goes back up.
Oh, still alive.
Galanza's turn. And that one is wide.
Well, this time, a long rally favors Kurashiki Ablaze. So, as early as now, Dip, we can't say that someone is favored, right? That's why it's tied at 11.
Really, this is a game where they're trying to feel it out. Both teams trying to figure out how each player plays. What are their tendencies? These are what they will bring to the finals on Sunday.
And it seems like they're evenly matched.
Valdez miscalculated that one. And Kurashiki takes the lead, which prompts Coach Sherwin to call for time as we listen in.
Yung B, okay, nabasa mo yung B. Pagkat, okay. Importante mabasa din, tsaka tayo mag-adjust. Lahat yan. Enjoy namin si. Pagka meron sa gitna, get one mo tayo. Get one. Get out.
Just watching the game, no? Enjoying it with popcorn, medyo nakakaingit doon that they're resting and able to munch on that food. Nag-enjoy pa sila. Jericho Cruz also in attendance. Enjoying volleyball action. Well, that was Mark Pingris also.
Oh.
So the basketball players have come out to the venue. Galanza.
Oh.
Japan getting a touch there. It's back with Creamline. De Guzman back sets to Carlos.
Boy, the defense of Japan just on point.
Kyoka set. Creamline's turn to attack. Carlos.
Oh!
That hits the antenna.
That one hit the antenna.
Well, you know, that's the reason for that is because Japan's defense, or Kurashiki Ablaze's defense, is really working wonders for them. And it's kind of frustrating, Creamline, at this point. That's why I thought Carlos tried to go for a very tight down the line and the error.
Play resumes. Panaga unable to get that one. It's kept alive by Creamline. De Guzman opposite to Carlos. They pick it up. Binalik kay Tots.
Oh, still alive.
Popped up by Yukino. They swing it to Asaka. And that one is a point.
Boy, again, we have to mention Dip, really. Japan is just, you know, very composed at the moment. You know, they were down, they got their bearings, and now, slowly but surely, they're building a lead of their own.
It's a 5-0 run for Kurashiki Ablaze. Looking like an effective pre-game yung lato-lato na kinuwento sa atin ni Jaime kanina.
Well, as you were saying that, I was noticing that Mitch Gumabao is in. And this could be a smart substitution because we know what Mitch Gumabao brings really is, you know, the calming factor for Creamline.
Right. Giving Tots a breather for now. That one is way out. For Akani.
Very rare times that Kurashiki Ablaze has committed an error there.
Back-to-back points for Creamline. Cuts the lead down to 1. And Galanza will be the one to serve.
What a serve.
Breaking the block was Tamaru Asaka.
Well, her target today is 30. At least 30.
Yun na yung baseline niya, no? Pagkatapos nung laban against PLDT. Okay, bawal na bumaba sa 30.
Oo, eh. Oh, sige, average you said was 23. Let's put it at 23.
And as another point for Kurashiki, which sends us to the second technical timeout. They're up by 3 points against Creamline.
Multi-view streaming, and great in-depth stories. Follow Pilipinas Live on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to know more.
Come and watch the best basketball players in the globe and cheer them on live inside the venues. The FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 single game pass is now available for as low as 499 pesos. Get your tickets at SF Tickets, Ticketnet, or Philippines-ticketing.worldcup.basketball, which will happen in about a month. Philippines, of course, hosting, one of the hosts for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Right now, play resumes inside the Phil Sports Arena for the last game of the semifinals. Gumabao popped up there. Asaka again, denied.
Oh, finally, a stuffed block on the side of the Cool Smashers. We needed that. We needed that to boost the morale of these players because it was so far till the second technical timeout, all Kurashiki Ablaze.
Panaga with an important block there to stop another run of Kurashiki. And she will be the one to serve. The setup to Tamaru. It's a violation on the part of Kurashiki. A rare one from their captain, Oshima Kyoga.
Very rare. I mean, for Eliza Valdez to even compliment her as a great setter, right?
15 serving 16.
That was a great serve.
Oshima gives it back. And Asaka
On the hit out,
getting the point.
17-15.
But you know what I'm seeing right now from Team Japan, really? No frills. I mean, much ado about nothing. They're just going, playing their game, great defense, you know, distributing their sets, and they've been very effective.
And you look at them right now, mukhang nakakalma na sila, Noreen. And
right.
they were saying before the coverage started, na medyo kabado. They were saying it after the game yesterday, but look at them play. Able to show good defense, but that time around, Valdez will not be denied.
I think that's a very smart hit from Eliza Valdez. You gotta give it 100%, 110% effort on the side of Kurashiki Ablaze for digging. But what do? Eliza Valdez playing it smart, hitting it off the blockers, and that changed the trajectory of that ball.
And Tots Carlos checks back in to serve for Creamline. Their team down by 1.
That's a good serve.
Ooh. Twice now that they've given that to Risa Sato.
Well, she's happy. She's at the right place at the right time. You're right. Recipient of 2 overpasses.
Right. Sabi siguro nung Ablaze, Japanese naman si Risa eh. Sige, pagbigyan natin. 17 all. Tamaru again.
Right? She just finds little gaps in the blockers and just gets it through.
Look at this.
It's going over the blockers, going through the blockers. Just, you know, they're showing us that simplicity is as effective.
So you mentioned a while ago na yung baseline 30. Looks like she's on pace. She's going for that. She has 7 points already. That one is still good. Japan asking that it didn't go over. But the challenge will be called for Coach Hideo Suzuki. They put up the block touch.
Well, I think it's a delayed challenge. They should have called it when, remember, they were scrambling. They thought it was a dead ball, then they played it. They should have pressed the buzzer at that point. So, yeah.
That's been a constant argument. When are you supposed to stop the play? Right away, right?
Right away, right away. They will disallow it if like it's like on the 2nd rally or the 3rd rally. At least that's based on the tournament so far. It has been consistent.
I think that's what our first referee is explaining to the captain, Oshima. The challenge may be denied here. So we'll wait and see what they will call. So we saw the Eliza Valdez attack, right? So it's gonna be denied because they pressed the buzzer late na.
Yeah. I mean, it's like rallies after that supposedly rally that they wanted or play they wanted to challenge.
They might have had a good case though. Let's see on this replay.
Oh, it looked like it,
that was close.
No, I think it looked like it hit the blocker's hand.
First referee's decision is considered.
So this will be replayed.
Score is 17.
Yeah, I think yeah, because...
But they stopped the play for Creamline, so...
Can we go back to the...
Yeah, so point for Creamline because you stopped the play for Creamline.
Correct,
obviously,
correct.
They weren't able to get the point, so binigay ngayon sa Creamline because that challenge was too late for Kurashiki.
Well, you think you know everything, right? I mean, but it's also a learning experience for everyone, actually.
Coach Hideo still raising that block touch challenge. Clarifications on the sidelines, trying to figure out what happens in this sequence. And you know, these two teams are not taking it lightly, Noreen, even if this is a virtually a non-bearing game. Look at them fighting for every point.
Well, you know, it is a short-term tournament. We're down to our last 2 playing days. So they're just taking advantage of this avenue to showcase great volleyball.
We backtrack a little bit from last year. Creamline winning the Invitational Conference. And that time they faced Tingwell Taipei in the semifinals. They lost, right?
Yeah,
but then eventually winning the championship. So it doesn't really mean anything this match. But again, I'm sure these are professional players. Gusto manalo ng mga to.
For sure, for sure. I mean, every athlete, for that matter, no one wants to lose, right?
Yeah.
Regardless if we keep saying it's a non-bearing game, but no one wants to lose.
I don't think the fans care. Look at them. They're all here.
I know.
On a Friday night.
What a great crowd for a rainy Friday night.
Right now, they are not giving up on this point. Both coaches, right now, Coach Sherwin is at the officials table, clarifying. Players, meanwhile, are trying to stay warm.
Well, I think we do need some clarification, you know.
Block touch is what the Kurashiki Ablaze asked for, which again, we saw it in the replay.
Yeah.
Looks like they got a touch anyway. But also, the other argument is that yun nga, late kasi nila challenge.
And it's like they stop. If you take a look at it in the point of view of Creamline, because the buzzer was pressed, it's like supposedly you don't follow the ending of that rally because they press the buzzer. You know, that's their contention. So technically, it's supposed to be Creamlines.
We're still waiting and seeing. I'm curious, ano ba yung mas malakas yung blazing ng Ablaze, yung mainit ba na apoy or yung pagcool ng Cool Smashers?
I like that.
That would
I like
have been an
that.
interesting question to ask also on Pilipinas Live, no? Kung pwede magkaroon ng second question.
Pwede.
But the initial question, sabi nga ni Jaime, who will have the most points between Tots and Asaka? We visit that right now. Asaka has 7 points, and Carlos so far has 1. And a while ago, pinalitan ni Coach Sherwin si Tots as she wasn't able to score a lot of points yet.
No, she did have a couple of hitting errors, we have to say, but knowing Tots Carlos, she will come back.
Yeah, Tots Carlos is a 3-time MVP. The reigning MVP of the Invitational Conference, as we mentioned. This is taking quite some time at the latter part of the opening set. First set pa lang to, guys.
I think the officials just have to decide that if you stop play and then you deny it, then what? What's next? If you decide on that, then you can come up with a verdict. Let's listen.
Right now, they brought in the interpreter, so let's listen in.
Okay? Kaso, nag-second challenge siya. Problem, after the first challenge delayed, point already awarded to them. Okay? Now, when the point was awarded to them, for the second challenge, you cannot see already in the system the last play because point was already awarded to them.
So we heard the explanation. The interpreter trying to explain it to the head coach of Kurashiki. That the first point that they challenged was a delayed one.
Right.
Obviously, it was denied, which was why point was awarded to Creamline. And now they tried to make a second challenge, but they can't review that anymore kasi na-award na nga yung points sa Creamline.
Yes. Well said, Dip. Who said this is a non-bearing game? You know, both coaches are treating it like this is already championship point.
Oh, parang best of 2 nga kasi. Pwede ba yun, best of 2?
Parang 24-23 na 24 all na dapat.
They will play again on Sunday, but still we are on the first set of the semifinals match. But quite confusing because a while ago it was mentioned the point was gonna go to Creamline.
Well, we'll clarify that. You know, we'll clarify that in a bit.
We are back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 18-17, Valdez. She will go up again to attack. Third try for Creamline. Medyo mahirap yung set na yun.
Yeah.
Chance for Kurashiki. They back set it.
Good stop.
Gia tosses it. Carlos
Whoa, what a dig.
popped up there.
Good dig on
Galanza with a good dig to Valdez. And finally it ends.
You know, for me, this match is floor defense 101, right? Pull out your blue books and your it's really showing us how defense should be played.
Yeah, and for Kurashiki, Coach Hideo knew that Creamline's offense will be good. That's why he wanted to emphasize defense. But it's hard to play defense on services like that.
Boy, will Creamline take that dribbling? That ball just dribbled across that net. Look at that.
Valdez getting a service ace. And the lead back to the Cool Smashers. This time it's out.
Wait, we saw that last-minute drop, and the fans are hoping you clip the line, but it's just too much muscle on that.
19 all here in set number 1. Kawamura will be the one to serve. Good one. De Guzman to Sato is sent back. Atienza switches sides. Carlos hasn't found her groove just yet. It prompts Coach Sherwin Meneses to call his final timeout.
Score, laban natin yung first set. Laban natin yung first set. Kung kailangan gumamit ng 4 balls, magpo 4 balls tayo. Hindi yung san-san tayo ginagawa natin. Cover, sino papalo? Cover, sino papalo? 4 balls, 4 balls lang. Let's go, let's go. Hey, Olen, Pilay!
Final timeout called by Coach Sherwin Meneses. His team down by 1 point against Kurashiki Ablaze. A team that's trying to put a dent on the perfect run here in this invitational conference. They too are undefeated, by the way, 4-0. Galanza. Another good save. They switch sides. Tuyokino sent back. De Guzman opposite to Sato, not the cleanest of hits. And it's a point after that violation.
She tried to scoop that from the net, and she clipped the net there. But can you see really the defense of Kurashiki Ablaze just frustrating the Cool Smashers at this juncture?
Pumapalag eh. Itong Kurashiki, they know what it takes to handle this pressure. They're up by 2 points. Pons is in the game for the first time. Still cold off the bench with that attack error.
See, that's the thing. Even Bernadette Pons coming off the bench, she knows that you have to do something special to get that kill. So maybe right now you want to do some combination plays if you're Creamline.
They go back to her. Back set. And that works for Kanabesaki.
Just playing it smart there, reading the defense of Creamline.
Right now, Kurashiki pulling away with a 4-point lead here in set number 1.
You don't envy the position of Pons. You go in, you know, such a pressure-packed rally,
right,
and then you go back out.
5-0 run once again for the Ablaze. Creamline trying to stop this one. Trying to cool Kurashiki. The attack by Yukino sent back. Oshima sets up the play. It's kept alive. Yukino lets it go. Sato gets it back. but that is short for Risa Sato.
You know, she has the right thing in mind. She saw that hole there. She knew what to do, but it's the execution of what she had in mind. Just fell short of her expectations. Look at this. She knew it.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's a huge hole.
And Kurashiki now at set point. Carlos from the back row will get that one.
Oh, finally, for Tots Carlos, I think you said the point number 2 for Tots. So slowly but surely, get your groove, get your form, get the feel.
She wants to have more points than errors, that's for sure.
For sure.
Sato getting that serve in for the finish, not yet. De Guzman, tough set to Galanza. Somebody touched the net. And it's Gemma committing the error, and Kurashiki getting set number 1. After that long delay after the challenge, they come out on top. Look at this.
Yeah.
Obviously a violation from Galanza. And set number 1 goes to Kurashiki Ablaze. 25-20. We'll be back with set number 2. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. 38 minutes. Yung set number 1, Lorena, was caused by that long challenge by Kurashiki. And then in the end, they get that 5-point lead to end set number 1.
Well, you know, it was a learning experience for the Cool Smashers. Really, that first set, they started out strong, and we can see that Kurashiki Ablaze made their own adjustments. You know, they really worked on their defense. We talked about their defense being a strong suit for this team, and they showed everybody. They showed Creamline that you can't just hit on us. We don't believe in floor touch. Right. No floor touch for us. We're gonna keep defending, and that really frustrated Creamline. Things to adjust, things to ponder on for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Look at the numbers. Attacks, actually, it is even. That was because of the strong start by Creamline, block, aces. But look at the errors. This is where really the 13-7, the 13, what happened when Kurashiki Ablaze started chasing errors, hitting errors. You know, they shot themselves in the foot. And then Kurashiki actually just never looked back.
Right, and as you mentioned, never looked back. They ended that set number 1 with a 7-1 run. And Creamline looks like they felt the pressure towards the end, no? Kasi nga, itong Kurashiki, nothing to lose. They know that they're facing a big team in Creamline. They were nervous, as you mentioned, when they started this, but then slowly but surely, kinapan nila yun, and now they're playing confidently, Noreen.
They are, and they're just playing their game. Again, simplicity at its finest, talking about Kurashiki Ablaze. Creamline right now, what adjustments are you going to make? For me, that is Coach Sherwin Meneses' forte, in-game adjustments. We've seen that in so many games after they lose the first set. So your guess is as good as mine what they're going to do, but we are certain there will be changes. Maybe combination plays, maybe run the middles more, because we didn't see a lot of middles in set number 1.
Set number 2 underway here on One Sports Plus Pilipinas Live, and on Signal Play, Dip Dipianco alongside Noreen Go calling this match, and Jaime Escalon on the sidelines for the reports on both teams. They swing it to Tamaru. Picked up by Gia. Atienza goes to Tots. Kyoka swings it. Saka was checked there. Carlos again, a tough set, a tough angle. Kaoru pump sets, and it's sent back.
Well, that's the way to go. You have to be persistent in your blocking, and Pams Panaga, they had one soft block in set number 1, and the earliest now in the second set, they equal that.
What are the obvious changes that they need to make, or ano ba yung kailangan ng iangat dito sa set number 2, Noreen? Because we saw what happened in set number 1. They were close, majority of it, and then eventually nagkakaroon itong Kurashiki towards the end. But before that, let's turn this over to Jaime Escalon for this report. Jaime?
Dip and Noreen, have you ever wondered why the Kurashiki players have towels next to them to help clean and swipe the floor? Well, according to libero Kaoru Takahashi, she said that this is part of their culture. This is a form of kiritsu, or discipline in English. Pinapagalitan nga daw sila ng mga coaches nila nung bata sila pag nakakalimutan nila pumunas. Now, sabi ni Kaoru, if you can be disciplined in the small things, you can be disciplined in the game of volleyball. Na saan naabot ang 99 pesos mo? You can download and subscribe the Pilipinas Live app. Now, back to you, Dip and Noreen.
Thank you, Jaime, for that report. Really, it's the character.
Yeah.
It's the culture of these Japanese teams that they bring into the game of volleyball. It's so nice to hear those stories, because we don't just hear it, we see it actually in the game, Noreen.
Well, speaking of seeing it, it's we're working on believing it. That was Tots Carlos with a solid kill there. That's what they need. They need to get Tots Carlos going here in this match.
The oohs and the ahs from the crowd after that point. A much needed from Tots Carlos to pump herself up. It's dug up by Atienza.
Oh, we're past.
Kaoru bump sets to Tamaru. And Saka scores.
Oh, they're just reading even the blockers. Earlier, there was a stuffed block, and you can see the blockers were there. They were established, but look at Tamaru. Just finding that little gap.
But going back to that report of Jaime, also, similarly, Risa Sato, being the half Japanese that she is, also wants to bring that culture she mentioned to us. Na yun nga yung ginagawa niya even back in her NU days, na kapag training, nagpupunas din yan. Kasi for her, mas mabilis pa nga naayos, nalilinis yung court. And it's obviously, again, I guess it's a Japanese trait that she wants to bring in.
It is. I mean, it's not going to work for everyone. I mean, it's hard to teach that, but you just have to admire their culture. But look at this. Again, good read. No, I mean, you can see Tamaru there, single block. She just read, she knew the angle, and then she gets the point with that easy set over.
Smart push. But that service error from Oshima cuts the lead down to 1.
Well, you know, Creamline, they have to be careful here in the second set, not to let, you know, errors creep in and let Japan get full control of the second set, because you do want to equalize this match.
Right. You want to extend this further. Tanabe gets the point for Kurashiki.
No, one thing you like and you appreciate from Kurashiki Ablaze is they're not the tallest. No, we've watched a lot of international competitions throughout this year or so. They're not the tallest, but they make up really with smart playing.
Smart plays, their quickness also. Creamline with their quickness in answering back.
Well, that's the way to counter. You know, to counter this run by Japan, you've got to play it smart. Look at that, eluding the blockers, getting it through.
Carlos being more active. She had 2 points after set number 1, and right now scoring 2 already at the start of this set. Again, Tanabe answering back.
I mean, good read by the blockers. You saw Eliza there, a two-man block with Risa Sato, but still, it's just smart hitting at the side of Kurashiki.
Kawamura with a serve. Gia goes to Valdez. Popped up by Tamaru. They swing it again. That one was saved by De Jesus. And off the block, Valdez scores.
Oh, you gotta credit half that point to De Jesus for keeping that ball alive. And that's what we have to do also. Our coverage has to be on point, has to give your hitters the confidence to keep going at it, to keep swinging.
Rewarding De Jesus for that effort. And Valdez serves for Creamline. Ooh, that one's good. Oshima, combination play, does not work. Tosses it back to Yano, and this one drops.
What a set. Really, you saw that. Risa Sato committed to going to the left.
That one a point for Kurashiki.
Just one-on-one there, so smart.
Change in setters as Omura. Oshima still on the floor, but that one for the service. Yano. De Jesus letting that sail away.
Yeah, the set was far from the net. And you can see that's not the comfortable set for Yano.
The Creamline just down by 1 point. Sato on deck to serve. She's got 3 points. Started out this match for Coach Sherwin. Yano, the power tip, and it drops.
Just enough, like you said, the power tip, just enough to get it through the blockers.
And enough to send us to the first technical timeout. 8-6 is the score. Experience world-class basketball action at home with Signal's FIBA World Cup pay-per-view offer for only 650 pesos. Watch all games from start to finish, no commercial and in high definition, plus access to exclusive FIBA shows. Visit signal.tv for more details. The FIBA World Cup pay-per-view is also available to satellite subscribers. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, it's Kurashiki up by 2 points against the Creamline Cool Smashers. And it's Yano Yukino serving.
Well, she has been playing well for Kurashiki. Wow!
Ooh, napaganda pa. Hindi inabot. Si Paris Panaga sumobra, but still a point. And they'll take it.
They will, with open arms.
They've had those moments, though. But it's just a touch of Gia de Guzman that allows that to happen.
Well, it's just a 1 point game, and we have a full front row. Oh!
That one is short. And the lead is back up to 2 for Ablaze.
Well, again, Creamline, you have to be careful with your errors here. You have 13 as compared to 7 in set number 1.
Akane with the ace. Jesus is not ready for it.
Very tentative, thinking, will I get it? Is it going out?
This time a better pickup from Galanza. Carlos goes up. That one right on the line for Tots.
Well, she's heating up. Yeah? Tots Carlos heating up right now.
Chance for us to send this to Jaime Escalon for this report. Jaime?
Dip and Noreen, the votes are in for our cheer meter. It's 14% for Kurashiki and 86% for Creamline. And for our poll question earlier on today, who will be the top scorer in today's game? It's Tamaru Asaka with 20% and Tots Carlos leading with 80%. Back to you, Dip and Noreen.
Thank you, Jaime, for that update over at Pilipinas Live. You can catch the games there on the Pilipinas Live app. Very interactive, engaging. We have those questions. Right now, majority of the voters have not gotten it correctly because Tamaru has been on fire. But take a look at that one.
No, we did talk about her in our pregame, and we're expecting her to produce monster numbers. And then a slow start from Tots Carlos. However, she is heating up, so it ain't done yet.
Oh, umiinit din pala tong Cool Smashers.
Oh.
You know? Tots Carlos with 5 points, Tamaru with 11. And it's Valdez who is the top scorer so far for Creamline. She's got 7 in total.
Oh, look at that. I mean, great set by Negrito there. The blocker slow to close, and Valdez, again, don't give her an opening.
Creamline just down by 2. Panaga will be the one to serve.
Whoa, good serve.
Oshima sets up the play. The quick picked up by Creamline. The push for Valdez.
Oh,
and it's still
play.
alive. At the net. Negrito's now in the game. Goes to Gumabaw. Oshima. Back sets to Tamaru. And breaking the block.
But the effort of their defense, once again, talking about Team Japan, paved the way. Look at this one.
What a save.
Yeah. You know, that never say die attitude by Kurashiki.
Kaoru really has been playing excellent defense throughout the
Solid.
semifinals. In that very first game against Vietnam, she had 31 excellent digs. So you know her caliber in terms of defense.
Oh,
Kawamura, Yana will give it easily. Negrito, back sets to Gumabaw, and that one is a point.
well, we have, again, for Creamline, you have to keep trying. Again, persistence for them is the name of the game. And this time, Mitch Gumabaw gets it after her third try as well. Third try, right? Third try is a charm.
But still, they find themselves down by 2. Oshima. Lots of movement there, and they choose Tanabe.
Boy, that was through a triple man block.
A lot of plays drawn up for Kurashiki. Possibly even plays that they haven't shown us the entire semifinals, though, because it's against Creamline. Dito natin ilalabas.
And not much combination plays. They're really just going outside, opposite, outside, little middle.
Tanabe's attack sails out. It's been an exchange of points as of late here in set number 2. Vargas will see action for the first time, replacing Alyssa Valdez at the service line.
Coach Sherwin finding a 6 that will click here in the second set.
I think he's noticing the pattern. No? Nagpapalitan lang ng puntos. Hindi makausad or makalagpas itong Creamline. Down by 2 points. The setup.
Good save
by Vargas. Galanza was checked. Kaoru with a save. Yano goes up. There's a touch. Yes, there is.
Yeah, again, playing it smart. They're choosing their offense. See, hitting it off the blockers. They're just playing it smart.
They have silenced the crowd a bit here inside the Phil Sports Arena. And Coach Sherwin calls for time as we listen in.
Chanceable yun, no? Ayun yung mga pagkakataon na hindi pinapakawalan. Ha? Laro lang, laro!
Hey!
Kaso, pinalo, nakaganyan tayo. Inover ng dalawang kamay, nakaganon pa rin tayo. Inover ng dalawang kamay, salita tayo.
Okay, okay,
Kung
let's
1 o 4 ba yan?
Yay!
Oh, go!
Let's go!
Go, go! Alin, Creamline! 1 or 4.
Experience a new way to feel the heart of volleyball. Watch every set. Spike, dig, and block on any device, anytime, anywhere via Pilipinas Live. Download the app now and subscribe for only 99 pesos per month. The crowd inside the venue cheering on their squad. Creamline Cool Smashers find themselves down by 3 points.
Well, much needed timeout. We heard Coach Sherwin, talking about how Creamline should react and what a response coming off the timeout.
Galanza able to get that point for Creamline. Negrito setting her up.
And she's been quiet. Talking about Gemma Galanza. She scored, remember, the first point of this match. And then not much.
That was her 3rd point of the match. Oh, what a hit, but it was wide.
Oh, back-to-back points for Creamline.
That was a good timeout by Coach Sherwin Meneses, really to break the momentum of Kurashiki.
And a few reminders here and there on how they should react and, not waste chance balls.
Sato serves. They up it to Yano. Galanza was there. Negrito. At the best set for Gumabaw. Here comes Yano again. And down it goes.
But you see the way she adjusted? She went up, looked at the blockers, eluded the blockers. A tough cross-court angle there.
Avoiding the blockers.
Right? You see that slow-mo? Perfect.
Back to a 2-point lead for Kurashiki. And it's Yano Yukino who just scored that point serving. A short one. Negrito. Inangat to Galanza. Easily picked up by Kaoru. Yano again. Negrito tosses it. Galanza for the hit. Tamaru got a touch. And it's kept alive. Gemma. This time it drops.
Well, I'm sure by now Creamline is used to we won't get a kill on our first try. We have to keep trying, and that's what, that's where now we see they've been successful.
Right, and that doesn't mean really changing the attacker, no? Binibigay pa rin nila kung sino yung kuma-attack at first, and then Galanza getting that one on the 2nd attempt.
And smart hitting it off the blockers.
Osaka. Look at that power. Hindi na nga masyado nakaset yung position niya dun eh. That was a tough position for her, but still getting the point. Leading us to the 2nd technical timeout, 16-14.
Welcome back, everyone. And for our V-Reel of the day, may bagong buhay, may bagong bahay. volleyball isn't the only thing that keeping the Phenom busy. What else is she busy about, you must ask? Well, here's Eliza Valdez shopping for groceries and running some errands. Sabi nga ni Eliza, multitasking ang peg, professional volleyball player and of course, professional grocery shopper. Well, good job on that, Phenom. Back to you, Dip and Noreen.
Thank you, Jaime, for letting us in on the life of Eliza Valdez outside of volleyball. Ganda nung sinabi niya, bagong buhay, bagong bahay, di ba? Kasi yun nga naman, no, showing us yung pag-shopping. Ganda rin ng angle, yung pagka 360 view.
Yeah, no, and you know, I love these stories because it's such an inspiration to people. If you put in the hard work, you save, you know, you can have a different direction in your life. New house and whatnot. Anyway.
But right now, we are in the House of Phil Sports Arena.
Yeah.
Enjoying the match so far, where Kurashiki maintaining a 2-point lead over Creamline. This is somewhat similar to what happened in set number 1. Ito yung point na medyo lumayo rin sila kanina.
Yeah.
Let's see if Creamline will be able to respond. But that point goes to Ablaze. And you take a look at Asaka's attack efficiency. He has 13 attack points out of 31 and her efficiency, grabe, 41.94%.
I don't want to ask yet how many points has she scored.
Yeah.
I want to guess later.
Mamaya kasi alam naman natin yung target niya na pag-usapan natin. Play resumes. Vargas sent back. She goes up again on the off speed, and it works for Rose Vargas.
So that's why Coach Sherwin put her in. You know, I'm sure Kurashiki has studied the starting 6 of Creamline and the tendency. Then you change things up, and they're like, okay, we don't know what she does. And then you see that, a huge hole in Kurashiki's defense.
Yun yung sinasabi mo na si Coach Sherwin is so good with those adjustments.
Yeah.
He knows the exact timing, kailan ba ipapasok ibang players. Ponce able to pop that one up. Saved by Creamline, and it's still good. Oshima goes middle to Kawamura. Tanabe, yes!
You know, the ability of these players like Tanabe to get it through the blockers, because we have good blockers, you know? Sato's there, Gumabao's there, but still, you get it through the blockers.
Iba yung power nitong players ng Kurashiki Ablaze. Even if wala masyadong buwelo, they're able to get it through and break the blocks of Creamline. 19-16, Negrito. Tough set to Sato. Na ibalik. Gumabao's turn. The dig. It's a high ball. Vargas unable to capitalize. Yano goes up. Off the block. And another point for Yano.
Well, slowly but surely, Kurashiki's building on this lead.
She was scoreless in set number 1. But now, all 5 points here in set number 2 for Yano Yokino.
Just 5 points? It seems like it's a lot more than that.
Iba yung impact, no? Kada point of Yano. And it's a 4-point lead for Kurashiki.
And we did talk about her in the pre-game.
Not really known for her scoring alone.
Yeah.
Yung defense yung pinag-usapan natin that she can do.
That's why.
Which makes her an all the more dangerous player.
And you want her as your teammate. All around, you can count on her kind of player.
May parang dalawang libero ko sa loob.
Yeah.
That one set back by Tanabe. And the lead has ballooned, which prompts Coach Sherwin to call for time.
Try natin. Yeah, try natin isa. Pag may receive. Ikot. Pag may receive lang. Si Rose, iwanan mo lang si Rose ko. All in, Creamline!
Timeout called by Coach Sherwin Meneses. His final one here in set number 2, hoping to break the run of Kurashiki. The attack from Tots. Naibalik. Good. De Guzman goes to Vargas. That's inside for Rose Vargas.
Well, second point for Rose Vargas. So again, no, sometimes people will ask why the change, why the sudden change, putting so-and-so player in. There's a reason. These coaches have a reason. And, you know, you can see Rose Vargas, two points already to her name.
She's able to deliver for the Cool Smashers here at the latter part of set number 2.
Oh.
What a hit. Down the line, may kasama pang touch.
The speed in their contact with the ball, you know, that's making the big difference here. Look at that. Just so quick.
Tanabe also showing what she's got. It's back to a 5-point lead. De Guzman had to chase. Vargas goes up. And her third point here on the match for Rose Vargas.
3 for 3 for Rose Vargas. What do you like about Rose Vargas? We saw earlier off speed, top spin to the center. And then, you know, she hits it straight. Then now a long ball. So she's just changing things up.
And that's her experience showing. Adjusting, and it's back-to-back points for the Cool Smashers. They're trying to make a run of their own.
Nabe hitting that into the net.
Still down by 3 points. But some good signs after back-to-back points for Creamline.
Good serve, good pass.
Oshima looks on, the tip, easily picked up by De Guzman. Atienza goes to Carlos, but it's short.
They had the right thing in mind, you know, setting it to the pipe, but yeah, still the struggles continue for Tots here.
4-point game, Kurashiki only needing 2 points to take a 2-set lead against the Cool Smashers. Pons popped up easily by Momoka. Yano again, cross court. Pero naiangat ni Pons. Carlos will give up a free ball. Oshima sets up the play to Yano. Vargas was there.
Good save.
Pons, yes.
Well, now they're going long. You can see Rose Vargas now, Bernadette Pons going long, and that's disrupting the defensive pattern of the Ablaze.
Speaking of disrupting, Coach Hideo Suzuki inserting another new player on the floor. Tanida Sayaka checks in for the first time at this part of the game.
Well, they want their element of surprise as well.
Getting her first attempt. Second try, wala pa rin for Ablaze. Sato with a set, Pons. De Guzman will give up a free ball. Oshima, back sets. And there's a violation on the play. That's going to be a costly error for Creamline.
But then, before that, you know, after that error, you can see that placement shot was a sure point already.
Bago pa malaglag, alam mo na.
Oh.
It was open. Sato was going to be there for the dive, but then the violation came first. But Creamline taking their chances, challenging that call. So they're asking for that review of the net touch.
Did you see? Did you see that? In that,
I wasn't able to
me also.
really see. So hintayin natin yung slow-mo, yung replay. But this will be big, Noreen, because if it's unsuccessful, Kurashiki will be at set point once again.
Yeah.
And set 1 ended 25-20, so halos pareho lang din yung ending natin here in set number 2.
I think what they're challenging is the net touch called on Creamline. Because clearly that drop, they didn't touch that. Yeah, they didn't touch the net.
So we'll see if this will be successful for Creamline. Checking the net touch on display after the hit of Kurashiki. Ayun, parang paangat pa lang, may touch na si Panaga. So it's unsuccessful. There was definitely a touch from Pangs Panaga, and Kurashiki Ablaze is back at set point.
Well, it's worth a try to dispute that call.
Tanida to serve for the set. Carlos
Pass.
with the pickup. Pons with a kill.
I mean, that stemmed from great passing by Tons Carlos, and that is signature Pons, that combination play wherein she goes for the differential. That is Bernadette Pons.
That could pump her up. Creamline staying alive. Trailing by 3 points with De Guzman on deck to serve.
What a serve.
Good serve. Tamaru upset the attack from Akane. Boy pang bola. Here comes Pons. It's up in the air. Oshima to Tamaru Asaka for the finish.
Patience is the name of the game for Japan. We saw it was a free ball. It was actually a kind of an overpass, but they were patient enough to set this for the kill.
Just when it seemed like she wasn't getting the touches, hindi siya nakalimutan ni Oshima, going to Tamaru for the exclamation point and the set to win for Kurashiki Ablaze. We'll be back with set number 3 here on One Sports. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. And the action continues inside the Trill Sports Arena. But first, let's talk about set number 2 na rin. Kurashiki Ablaze repeating the same performance in set number 1. And now they are on the verge of winning this one in straight sets.
You did say repeating, you know, repetition, the way they played in set number 1. They didn't really change anything in the second set. They just played their game, great defense. And we didn't see a lot of great things as we saw in set number 1, but pretty much the same. They were blocking well. And for me, again, patience. They were just playing patient volleyball, you know, and again, frustrating Creamline, which had their moments. We saw good kills here and there, but the sustainability is the question for Creamline. So again, back to the drawing board. What changes are you going to make in the third set? Look at the attacks this time. It went to Kurashiki Ablaze by 4, 19-5, blocking even, aces by 1. Opponent's errors, we have to mention, you know, that's already huge for Creamline. It's at 4 and then 5. So obviously errors did not really change anything in set number 2 because it's pretty much even. It's the attacks right now of Kurashiki that's getting them through. Great patient volleyball again.
Although nabawasan ng Creamline yung errors nila compared to set 1, but they tried to make adjustments. Coach Sherwin inserted Rose Vargas in the mix of things. But still, Kurashiki, as you mentioned, able to sustain their momentum. What is it that Creamline is having a hard time with in this game that you're seeing?
For me, they have to pass better. We saw very few combination plays. I don't know, maybe they're just saving these plays for the finals. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But we haven't seen a lot of combination plays, so maybe they want to go more to that. If they want to extend, which I'm sure they do, they want to extend this match and force a fourth set.
Set number 3 underway on One Sports Plus Pilipinas Live, and on Signal Play, Dip Dipianco alongside Doreen Go calling this match with Jaime Ascalon on the sidelines. Emphatic hit from Gemma Galanda to start it off. And you were saying yung mga sinisave nilang plays na. Speaking of saving, as we take a look at the leading scores for both teams, Asaka with 15, Valdez with 7. We haven't seen St. Domingo see action here for Creamline.
Right.
So we don't know if that's a tactic of Coach Sherwin, diba? 2 sets nang nakaraan pero it's been Sato and Panaga.
Well, actually, both teams, even Kurashiki Ablaze, they put in a different 6 as compared to the 6 that played PLDT. So, I mean, I'm sure these both these coaches have tricks up their sleeves.
May mga tinatago, no? Para may aabangan pa daw tayo sa Sunday. Hindi natin ilalabas lahat here in the semifinals. Kurashiki able to tie it up. 1-all to start set number 3. De Guzman back sets to Carlos.
Good dig.
Picked up by Kaoru. Tamaru. Popped up by Galanza. Here comes Carlos again. Oshima. It's back with Japan. Asaka finds the spot. And they take the lead once again. A chance for us to send this to Jaime Ascalon. Jaime?
Thanks, Dip and Noreen. You mentioned Risa Sato earlier. Now, Risa has new friends from the Kurashiki Ablaze who she plans to hang out right after Sunday. And we talked about a lot of the Kurashiki Ablaze players who has no 6-foot player, an average age of 23, no home court advantage, but it's hard to call them an underdog. Risa told me it's because their fundamentals are intact. That is their secret weapon, which they needed to master in their Japanese volleyball youth program. Undefeated in up 2 sets. It seems like the fundamentals are indeed useful. And speaking of useful, the Pilipinas Live app is such a useful experience to so download and subscribe for now for just 99 pesos. Dip and Noreen?
Thank you, Jaime, for that report. Risa Sato, obviously so friendly. Looking forward to hanging out with new friends after Sunday. Itutur pa niya yung Kurashiki around the Philippines, possibly.
Well, you know, Sato has always been a lovable player, lovable person on and off the court, you know. So, yeah, I mean, easy for her to make friends.
Just so bubbly since her NU days. Oshima. Pons able to pick it up. It goes back to her. And that's enough for a point for Pons.
And you talking about boosting her confidence, you know, now looks like she's more comfortable inside the court. Talk about Bernadette Pons.
Yung magandang atake niya towards the end of set 2 could have been that starter para kay Bernadette Pons. And right now, Creamline up by 1.
Oh, what a serve.
Oshima back sets to Tamaru. Denied this time by the blockers of Creamline. And Sato rejoices.
Well, these blocks have come few and far between, but we'll take it. Talking about Creamline and Risa Sato.
Sabi nila kanina pa lumulusot yung mga atake ni Asaka. And finally able to reject that one. Creamline up by 2 points.
Whoa.
And an ace for Bounce Panaga.
Well, this is the moment that Creamline has to take advantage. You're seeing some cracks in the game of Kurashiki Ablaze, so now you have to challenge, you know, serve better, serve stronger, force the errors.
Yeah, and Kurashiki really hasn't felt much pressure of trailing.
Yes.
But here in set 3, Creamline doing things differently. Up by 3 points. Galanza inangat kay Carlos. And nobody there for the pickup. Here come the Cool Smashers. Up by 4 points.
Better late than never, but you can see a different 6 on the side of Kurashiki Ablaze, and this is the time, right, that we said that Creamline's going to take advantage.
Dangerous once Tots Carlos is awakened.
Yes. And you said it earlier, 3-time MVP.
Yeah. Panaga with the float serve. Oshima. Japan looking to end that run, and they do so with the attack from Tanabe.
But that was a good stretch by Creamline Cool Smashers, really. And this time, they have to learn how to sustain the lead that they built.
Yeah, what you mentioned, sustainability, that's the key word for both teams. How do you sustain that energy? Yano is blocked. Kaoru will be the one to set it up. Picked up by Pons. She goes up. Oh, but it's short for Pons. Nabitin.
No, the set was a shoot set. And the timing wasn't exactly there. So, yeah, that hitting error. Wasted opportunity on the side of the Cool Smashers.
Siya rin kasi yung first ball, so hindi pa siya nakaset up masyado.
Normally, she's used to that. I mean, talking about Bernadette Pons, but yeah, the time and error.
De Guzman gives it back to her. Same result as Kurashiki cuts the lead down to 1.
You see how Kurashiki Ablaze read that. They knew De Guzman was going back to Pons. You saw the blockers just close that path.
Tamaru Asaka heads back to the service line. Good short serve. Ooh. Clean hit for Risa Sato.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty.
Look at this.
It goes well with her bubbly personality. That kill.
And one handset too for Gia De Guzman.
Good serve.
Oshima goes to Yano. Atienza with a dig. De Guzman goes to Carlos. The off speed. It's kept alive.
Chance ball.
High free ball. De Guzman, the 1-2 play. Oh, but there's a violation called on Atienza.
Because she was beyond the attack line when she did an overhead set. And once the libero does that,
Tumapak sa linya.
she clearly stepped on the line.
Sayang. What a play.
She should have bump set it.
Nonetheless, binawit ng Creamline yung putos na yun.
Better play right now for the Cool Smashers.
Bernadette Pons is activated here for the Cool Smashers, and they send us to the first technical timeout. Get your daily dose of UAAP action and more. No season doesn't mean no action. Watch your favorite UAAP games and shows on the UAAP Varsity channel this off-season. Get it now at a special rate on plans $290 and load $200. Only here on Signal TV. Pons with a serve. Her team up by 2. But Kurashiki answering right back after that break with a point from Hirauka.
Yeah, so for Creamline, what do you want right now is, have some stops, have some blocks to break this run of Kurashiki Ablaze. What
Just a 1-point lead for Creamline. Oh, nagkailangan. Oshima. Opposite to Yano. Better setup here for Creamline. Galanza's attack was saved. Tough angle for Yano. Gia chooses Gemma again. And down it goes for Galanza.
That was a smart hit by Gemma Galanza. Did you see she used her speed there? Before the blockers could penetrate, she just hit it down. Just in between the two blockers.
Silently already with 8 points. Ito si Gemma Galanza. And is now the leading scorer for Creamline.
And you're right, silently, she has accumulated that much points.
At the net, Yano with the placement.
I felt the reaction of the coaching staff of Creamline. The reason why I felt it's because the
thud.
the thud of the feet is like simultaneous for these guys.
Sayang yung mga points na yun because they know that their team can save it.
Yeah.
Diba? Hindi ganun kalakas yung palob, pero saktong positioning lang for Japan. And Yano Yukino now with 6 points.
Good pass.
The setup to Panaga picked up. Oshima goes to Tamaru. Carlos was able to save it.
Chance.
They give it to Galanza again, but oofed.
Well, she opted to go cross court, but that path was close, was shut down, and she was, you know, for me, she was successful going to zone 6, going down the line. Maybe, you know, think about your options.
That was close though for Galanza. She goes back up. Oshima back sets. A taste of their own medicine.
Right back at ya. A great read by Galanza.
Gemma said, I can do that too. Right in front of Hirauka.
9 points already for Gemma Galanza.
The reaction says it all. Oshima. This time breaking the block. That's been a nice action between the two of them.
Taking it right back.
3 straight yan sila yung nagpapalitan.
Oh, that's a great matchup though.
Hirauka Kane serving for Kurashiki. Bump sets to Carlos. Back with Creamline. Galanza's turn. Atienza.
Good cover though.
Opposite to Tots.
Oh.
The save by Yano. Tamaru. Kept alive. It's still good. Nope. O sa sobrang lakas ng hiyawan, no, hindi natin narinig.
Oh, sure challenge.
It looked like a good save from Atienza. But the call was our referee calling that a point for Kurashiki. But obviously you mentioned challenge automatically yan for Creamline. They wanna check and see kung talaga bang tumama na yung bola sa sahig.
Well, we gotta love the effort of both Atienza and Tots Carlos for keeping that ball in play.
Ang baba na nun eh, for Tots, and she even dove for it.
That's what I said in the pregame. That's an aspect of her game that she's been developing against F2.
Yeah.
She had 17 excellent receptions, better than any of the liberos. So that's just reception. This is Diggs.
Yung left hand,
Yeah.
good, look good. That was a save.
Look at Kurashiki, they're applauding the effort. Right?
Yeah, what's not seen after that challenge, they were clapping. That's what they've shown throughout the tournament, right? Masaya sila.
Yeah.
Whenever a call is made correctly.
That's the respect. No, they have mutual respect. We respect them, they respect us, and they applaud good play.
Yeah, and I've seen it and read stuff that, you know, when the call is wrongly made, babawiin din nila. I don't know if they'll purposely make the error para lang mabigay yung puntos. But that's what they do. That's their character. Another similar situation.
Yeah.
So kanina, on the side of Creamline, they argued the save. This time around, they will challenge.
We still have no no verdict there. Anyway.
And that's the right way of challenging.
Yeah.
Right away, di ba? Kailangan pindutin mo agad.
But then, the sad part about it is if, let's say, it was a good ball, there was a violation on the side of Kurashiki. There was a net touch, clearly.
Yes.
That's going to be nullified.
Yun lang, because the play will now shift to what happened before.
Yeah.
So let's see.
We got to revisit the challenge manuals, I'm telling you.
But also, I mean, Creamline looked really confident with the challenge there.
Yeah.
Na bumagsak na on the floor on the side of Kurashiki. But right now, we are all tied up at 10 apiece.
Tense moment, especially for Creamline, because you're
Yeah.
down 2 sets to none.
What has been an intense match, probably the most intense non-bearing match that we've seen in a while.
Floor touch, half and half.
So that goes on the side of Creamline. And they're able to get a point to take the lead once again, 11 to 10.
Good challenge on the side of the Cool Smashers.
Galanza on deck to serve. 9 points already for her.
Oh.
That was coming. Oshima able to get the 1-2 play.
And she looked really good doing that.
Well, let's get this report first from Jaime Ascalon. Jaime?
Dipanarin, another update for our cheer meter. Kurashiki with 17% and Creamline with 83%. And for our question earlier, who will be the top scorer in today's game? Tamaru Asaka has 23% and Tots Carlos still in the lead with 77%. Back to you, Dipanarin.
Thank you, Jaime, for that live update over on Pilipinas Live. We can feel the cheer meter also. No? Parang tama naman yung percent even in the live audience. Ang daming Creamline supporters.
Oh, yeah.
And Pons able to get that point.
Again, trying to go over the blockers, going down the liner, zone 6.
She's been on point here in this set. That one is rejected.
Well, that's what we said. Creamline needs some blocks, some stops. And now they have erected a 2-point lead.
Fans enjoying the action in the venue for Risa Sato after that one. 2-point game. Omura with a set. It's with Creamline. Pons. So, back to back. And Creamline now has a 3-point advantage.
And Pons is just playing it smart. You know, same thing. She just hit it over the blockers, hit it off the setter, and then another point.
Timeout called by Coach Hideo Suzuki as we take the short break. Timeout called by Kurashiki for Creamline. Bernadette Pons wasn't able to score a point in that one set she played against Vietnam in their last game. But tonight, she's got 6 points.
Oh, wow. Coming off the bench. Good serve.
And that's an error for Japan as the lead goes up to 4 points for Creamline.
Well, you can sense that Japan right now a bit out of sync. Right? Out of sync. And again, if you're Creamline, you just want to pounce on that.
Panaga has been serving for quite some time now. Omura back sets to Tamaru, and she is blocked.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Emphatic rejection from Risa Sato as they send us to the second technical timeout. 16-11. Take a look at this one. Hinabol niya yun. Right on time for Risa Sato. And they're up 16-11. And we'll be back with the remainder of set number 3. Get unparalleled access to all the games on any screen or device. Signal TV has you covered from opening day up to the finals. Watch the world play in the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Get it all here on Signal now. Play continues. Creamline on fire here in set number 3. Carlos joins in the scoring mix for the Cool Smashers.
Well, a rare combination play, but they score. See, that's the strength of Creamline. These combination plays. Risa Sato sold that really well. That running, that slide.
Biggest lead of the game so far for Creamline. Now at 6. Omura.
Ooh.
That should silence the crowd after that attack.
And it did, actually. But you gotta commend Pangs Panaga. Her serves on point.
That was Tanabe with a quick attack.
And showing their version of a combo.
Outside for Tamaru. Not what they need right now with Creamline ahead. With a comfortable lead.
Yeah, the way they're playing right now is far from the way they played in set 1 and 2. We can see a lot more errors than normal.
18-12 is the score. Omura back sets. Kept alive, but Sato gets the touch, and the crowd is alive.
The crowd goes wild. And Creamline pulling away right now, ahead by 7.
This one sent back, kept alive. But Sato with great recognition, quick hands. And the point for Creamline. Omura. Ups it to Yano.
Oh, the dig!
Atienza with a dig. She will bump set it to Pons. Kaoru with a pickup. Omura to Yano.
Oh, what a save!
Pons saves it. Galanza. Too high. Kaoru swings it. Yano again. At the middle. And it jumps for Ablaze.
What an off-speed hit. Last minute off-speed by Yano.
Iniba.
Oh, look at this. Total deception. But that was a good rally. That was a long one.
Great rally for both teams. Still a huge lead for Kurashiki to climb back from. 13-19 is the score. De
Good
Guzman
pass.
to Pons and the donut hole. And it's so loud every time Creamline gets a point.
I can't even hear the whistle. whistle of the referee.
That's why even Japan, Kurashiki continues to play because look at this. The tip by points. Kalaglag na eh. That was down,
Yeah, that was
obviously.
far.
Because they can't hear the whistle, they continue to play. They're behind by 7. Yano scores 1.
Well, this time, it'll be a test of character, actually, for Kurashiki Ablaze. I mean, how are they going to respond? They find themselves in unfamiliar territory at this 20 point. Closing in on 20, they're down by 6.
Captain Oshima Kyoka back on the floor after a breather. Let's see what she can do to set up her teammates.
Good dig.
Ponce was there. Galanza goes up. Kaoru with a save. Oshima to Yano. That's way out. She was asking for a touch, but none given.
Yeah, she asked for a touch, and then she did signal there was no touch. Oh, but they're going to challenge.
Well, let's see what the replay will tell us.
It looked wide, actually.
It looked like she was under the ball, no?
Yeah, I think she was going to target the high hands, but then she was under the ball, so she wasn't able to target the hand. So we will see.
The Creamline has built a 6-point lead here in set number 3. But just when we thought that Kurashiki was gonna breeze through this, obviously Creamline coming out alive here in set number 3, Noreen, able to activate even their bench players. Ang dami na. Ang dami na nakascore.
Yeah.
So no block touch. And point remains with Creamline.
Well, that slow-mo was actually just affirmation of what we had suspected all along.
Our eyes aren't fooling us naman.
Yeah.
Tama naman yung nakikita natin.
Cayetano is called to serve right now for the Cool Smashers.
21 serving 14, Phil in the game. Creamline only needs 4 points to get a set in this match.
It's a great serve.
Oshima goes to Yano, blocked by Galanza.
A one-on-one and Gemma Galanza. It's not the first. I don't think it's gonna be the second. Just the second.
Really, don't let her size fool you. She can get up there and reject you.
Good dig.
They go to Galanza for the attack.
Boy, we talked about Japan playing differently. What about Creamline? They have Waken. Look at that, just through the blocker.
Gemma's 11th point in the game. Panaga out-muscling Oshima, and Creamline is at set point.
Who would have thought, right? After the first 2 sets, but Creamline just showing. We talked about character, showing us that we're not gonna go down without a fight.
Huge 10-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Galanza again blocks it. Yano with the offhand says not so fast. I know it's still a big lead, but we're not going to give up just yet.
I'll do it. I'll take the point anyway, anyhow, using my left. But they are facing 9 set points.
15 serving 24. Chance for Creamline to finish the set. But not just yet. With Galanza's attack sailing out. Kaoru tried to get out of the way, but I think A ball in, ball out challenge.
Well, I thought Coach Sherwin was signaling a touch.
Yeah, that's what I thought so too.
But there is no challenge with that.
Yeah.
Right?
So let's see what it will be. Ball in, ball out challenge is what Creamline is asking for.
I think what they really wanted to challenge was the touch.
Yung tama eh,
Oh.
the libero of Kurashiki, but then they had to settle for that ball in, ball out.
It's funny because I was listening to the coaching staff. They already said it's an unsuccessful challenge. Anyhow.
Back-to-back points for Kurashiki. A miscommunication there. Free ball. Galanza, the combination. Pons, inangat kay Tots. Carlos, unable to get it yet. And that's 3 straight points now for Ablaze.
And Coach Sherwin calls in Atienza for reception purposes.
Mahaba pa tong hahabulin ng Kurashiki. But they've scored 3 points already. Slowly but surely, binabawasan nila yung abante ng Creamline. 17-24. Can this be it? Galanza. Yano is there. Oshima tosses it. It's kept alive by Creamline. Gemma will give up a free ball. Oshima goes middle. It's back with Kurashiki. Tanida. There's a check.
No check.
It looks like the first referee will overrule the ating linesman.
No, I think the referee will confer with the lines judges.
Let us see. The crowd very much into this. But they're on the edge of their seats. A point awarded to Kurashiki. That's 4 straight points now in the ream.
Wait, Coach Sherwin was gonna challenge and I saw Pangs Malaga said meron. She touched the ball.
Yeah. And those are the things that sometimes you don't get, the audience doesn't get to see anymore.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah.
Tayo, we have the luxury of hearing, seeing the small details.
Eavesdropping.
But tayo na lang magkikwento sa kanila.
Yeah.
4 straight points. Down by 6. Yano with a serve. Galanza with the first ball. They go to the running Panaga. And finally it drops for Creamline.
Much to the delight of the crowd, there is more volleyball. We are going to a 4th set.
Set 3 goes to the Creamline Cool Smashers. And that running spike from Pangs Panaga delivering the goods. And this is not yet done. They're able to extend it. Set number 4 will be back here on One Sports.
Well, new streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month.
And we are back inside the Phil Sports Arena as the viewers are watching over at Pilipinas Live on One Sports. Thanking Creamline for extending this match to a set number 4. But let's take a look at the highlights, Noreen. Finally, the Cool Smashers have awakened. They showed us what they can do, and they built a huge lead towards the end of that set.
Well, clearly, the pendulums, shift.
Yeah.
You can sense that, Japan kind of not playing their game. At least we didn't see the first, second set. But you have to give it to Creamline, They fought hard in set number 3, made their changes, made their adjustments. Pons was, played a big role there. Galanza came alive. So it was, again, total team effort with the 6 that Coach Sherwin put in. And you did say we are going to a 4th set.
Right, the bench was huge for the Cool Smashers. We take a look at the numbers in set 3. Obviously, a different this time around compared to the first 2 sets.
Yeah, they out-attacked Kurashiki Ablaze by 2 there. But what we mentioned towards the start of the 3rd set, Creamline needs to have their blocks, needs to have their stops. And again, that was what the doctor ordered. 6-2. These are 6 huge blocks, and the time that it happened really paved the way for them controlling the tempo of that 3rd set.
The big ones coming from Gemma Galanza.
Yeah.
Those 2 blocks that she had. And that showdown against Hirauka. But now we go to set number 4. 2 undefeated teams showing us why they are still undefeated here in the Invitational Conference as we bring you the 4th set over on One Sports Plus Pilipinas Live, and on Signal Play. Dip Dipianco and Noringo calling this match with Jaime Escalon on the sidelines for his reports. Thank you for joining us and sticking with us on a rainy Friday, whether you're at home, yung mga viewers natin at home, and of course wherever you are, pati na rin yung mga live audience natin, no? Despite the weather, they've come here despite the quote-unquote non-bearing game.
Yeah.
They are in the championship atmosphere already.
Well, I'm getting some news that it is pouring outside. So, yeah, I mean, we're hoping that everybody is safe.
4th set underway. Tamaru back on the floor for Kurashiki. Galanza with a push.
I like the way she adjusted to that. I mean, that was a shoot set and kind of low based on our view, but Gemma Galanza just brushes it off the blocker's hand.
Scoring the first point for Creamline here in set number 4. De Guzman with a serve.
That's a good one.
Oshima denied was the attack of Hirauka. They swing it to Tamaru. Tough angle. They go back to her.
Oh, good
Asaka
cover.
denied. 3rd try. And this time it works. Breaking the block on the 3rd try. And a chance for us to send this to Jaime Escalon. Jaime?
Dip and Noreen, nothing surprising for the PVL fans, but Gia de Guzman had another great set to steer Creamline to their first set win here in this game. I had a conversation with assistant coach, Coach Shota Sato, who is the setting coach for Kurashiki Ablaze and a former setter himself. He mentioned how amazed he is with Gia while scouting her, and now she is definitely someone who can play professionally in Japan. Now let's go back to enjoying this match, which you can experience in the Pilipinas Live app for just 99 pesos. Dip and Noreen.
Thank you, Jaime, for that report. Obviously, the Kurashiki coaching staff, they know who the main gunners are, who the main players are for Creamline. And credit that, obviously, to the play of Gia de Guzman. She's able to get the attention of these teams, local or foreign guest teams. Definitely someone to watch out for.
And you know, one thing I've noticed in the 3rd set, and it's carrying over here to the 4th set, is Creamline has been serving well. They're serving tough. We saw a lot of serves by Pangs Panaga bringing us to set point.
Yeah.
Everyone's serving heavy serves, so you know that's actually also stymieing the run of Japan.
Parang mahaba yung stretch ng bawat server. They're able to extend. They're able to get a point here talking about Creamline. It's 3-2 here in set number 4. And Coach Sherwin sticking with Bernadette Pons on the floor.
Well, Japan actually bringing in the 6 that started this match. And you can sense that they want to end this in 4 sets and prepare probably for the finals because they're going more to Tamaru once again.
Yeah.
And not much in the 3rd set, but probably resting her. And that made all the difference. Right now, she's getting a majority of the sets.
She has 17 attack points so far. Atienza upset to Pons. She was checked. Carlos Stern. Oshima had to chase. Yano. Gia. To Pons. One hand save from Oshima. Yano again. Medyo mataas yun. Creamline's turn to attack. Carlos gets the point.
Well, Carlos hitting it off. Yano there, hitting it off the left hand. That's a smart hit. You see that going down the line, hitting it through the blockers.
First point for Tots in this set. And she serves for Creamline.
Well, not the usual numbers we're accustomed to. Just 8 points and in the 4th set.
Meanwhile, Yano consistently performing para sa Kurashiki.
Right? We talked about her. She is a teammate you want to have. Not a flashy player, but as effective.
De Guzman goes to Sato. And Sato knew where to put it.
You know, I love the way she celebrates after she scores, whether it's a hit or a block.
Always enjoying every point. Whether it's hers or her teammates,
Yeah.
diba?
Yeah.
Babawi sa kabila si Hirauka.
It is a nip and tuck affair here in the 4th set.
5-all in set number 4. Tanabe Saki to be the one to serve. De Guzman, tough set, medyo mababa. But enough. That's enough for Lisa Sando. That's all she needs.
I mean, she doesn't do that often. That's why this was an element of surprise.
Well, what a set though for Gia also.
It was a bump set.
Na nakaluhod.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the reasons why she is scouted. Inaabangan ng mga kalaban. Oshima sets up the play. De Guzman goes to Panaga. Kaoru had to go after it. Chance for Creamline. Tugalanza nalunod.
You don't see that all the time. And I'm looking at Coach Sherwin. We want to have that back.
And we are tied once again at 6-all. It's like every point, no? Dinadaanan ng both teams. 1-1, 2-2. It's been that close this set. Now it's at 6-6 and Panaga gives the lead back to Creamline.
Well, you're like what you're seeing with Creamline. They're going more to the middles now than in the previous sets. That's the way to change things up, right? You run the middles.
First 2 sets, no, parang they weren't able to connect with the middles as much. Oshima, naibalik ni Gemma. They swing it to Tamaru. De Guzman got a touch. High free ball. Controlled by Japan. Asaka.
Oh, good dig.
Pons upset. Carlos for the attack. Dug up by Kaoru. Tamaru. Kaoru again for the save. Tamaru. No! Yes! It drops. Finally for Tamaru Asaka.
Why she doesn't change things. She just goes for the hit and finally she gets a point.
The saves of Kaoru. Diving for every loose ball.
Yeah, Kaoru has been spectacular.
De Guzman goes to Panaga. Had that similar play just earlier in this set.
Deja vu.
And they send us to the first technical timeout. 8-7 in favor of the Creamline Cool Smashers. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig for the continuation of the last game of the semifinals of the PVL 2023 Invitational Conference. Pinoy Sakuragi, Mark Pingris joining us inside the venue, enjoying some volleyball action. Gemma Galanza leading the way for the Cool Smashers. She's got 12 points.
Well, you can see pretty balanced scoring. Sato with what, 10, 11 points?
Sato has 10. Panaga has 8. Carlos has 8 as well as Pons. De Guzman goes to Tots. In between two Kurashiki players.
Decision on the part of Gia de Guzman to set it back to Tots Carlos.
And it's a 2-point game.
But this is a good start by Creamline.
Right. Oshima goes to Kawamura. That's enough for a point. That's important for them because they can't let Creamline pull away again.
Yeah.
Kanina lumayo ng malaki.
And you know, these off the libero's hands, they're the ones that's giving Japan the points.
The captain, Kyoka, with 9 excellent sets. She'll be the one to serve. Good serve.
Yeah.
Carlos. That's wide for Tots.
Ooh, wasted opportunity. She had the runway there.
Tied at 9-all. And a chance for Kurashiki to take over.
Ooh.
But a short serve from Oshima. They were able to score back-to-back points, but it ends with that short serve.
But you know, how come set 3 and here, so far, we're at the 9-10. It's very entertaining, especially not much errors, right? Second set, third set.
Nabawasan nila eh, no? Oh! Had to cut that off yung pinag-uusapan natin. As Tanabe flew in the middle.
Boy, that was an exclamation point there.
Where did that come from? All the way from Japan.
All the way from Japan. Pax Panaga couldn't even react. It was that fast.
De Guzman had to give up a free ball. Oshima goes to Tanabe. Yano, it's an easy point for her.
Again, these overpasses. Creamline has got to be careful not to give some, you know, free opportunities to Japan.
Getting to the ball first and getting the lead back to Kurashiki Ablaze. Timeout on the floor. We'll listen in.
Yung laro, dalawang palo pa lang siya. Huwag sumabay doon, ganunin mo lang konti. Para yung stress makuha natin. Okay, receive mo na ulit. Gagawa mo na.
Yes!
Yes!
All in, Creamline! Happy! Yeah, balance na lang.
We will have
Timeout called by Creamline to talk things over. But first, let's get this report from Jaime Escalon. Jaime?
Dipinarine, some more votes have come in. And for our cheer meter, Kurashiki with 19%, Creamline with 81%. And for our question earlier, who will be the top scorer in today's game? Tamaru Asaka with 26%. And Tots Carlos still leading the way with 74%. Dipinarine.
Thank you, Jaime, for the live updates over on Pilipinas Live, where you can watch the action only for 99 pesos per month. Tots Carlos with the emphatic kill.
Well, she does not want to disappoint the 70+% that voted for her.
Correct.
But long way to go, I think. What's the difference?
Laki nung
no?
percentage na lamang niya eh.
No, the scoring meaning.
Ando pa rin ako sa Pilipinas Live. Invested ako dun sa features ng Pilipinas Live. But she's got 10 points. Just to give you guys an update.
Yeah. She has to a lot of work ahead.
Oh, malayo-layo. But Pons gives the lead back to Creamline.
Yeah, you know these changes. The changes in attacks, the off speed, look at that. It caught Japan by surprise.
Right on the line, Bernadette Pons. Negrito.
Good serve.
Oh, some slight delay there for Tanabe on the hit, but powerful nonetheless.
That's the way she likes it, actually, the delay, but the hang time. And then that follow through.
You know.
Hang time. Aren't she still on her way up?
12 all. Pons. That's also inside, but net violation for Pons.
Oh, I was actually watching her. She was smiling because she didn't cross that midline, but
you know.
touched the...
Her face.
That was close, huh? If you look at the ball, it was so close to the ground.
Muntik na mauna. Oh. With the help of the net, Gumabaw. Tried to place that ball right on the line, but went wide.
Well, it's no time for them to be reluctant.
Yeah, because Kurashiki just 1 set away from winning this match, and they're up by 2 points.
And, you know, the 2 straight errors on the side of Creamline, and that happened in set number 1. So, again, they have to be cautious with these errors.
14 serving 12. De Guzman, combination to points. Oshima was there. Tanabe. Picked up by Creamline. Here comes Pons again. Pancake save. Free ball for Creamline. Gia to Sato. Too long.
Yeah, the set was... Let's see if it's a check ball.
But there was a check. Lucky break for Creamline, but Kurashiki. May bat yan na kasama. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta ibibigay yung point. So let's see if there was actually a touch.
Well, Hiraoka was actually sure. He looked at the his coach and said, I didn't touch it.
Yeah, could be a big swing because if this is successful, it will be a 3-point lead.
Yeah.
For Ablaze. A Creamline needing this point. A chance. Their supporters being heard here inside the Phil Sports Arena, which will even be louder on Sunday, that's for sure.
For sure, because it's all or nothing.
Yung mga onting spaces pa sa taas, mapupuno yan. On Sunday, block touch.
None. Let's see.
Oh, layo.
None.
I was way wide. Far from the hands of the blocker.
Yeah.
And the point goes to Kurashiki with some celebrations from their coaching staff after that successful challenge.
Well, that's actually a much-needed point also on the side of Kurashiki.
Could be big.
Yeah.
Atienza with a save. Oshima back sets to Tanabe. And that's a point. She sends us to the second technical timeout. Kurashiki up by 4 against Creamline, 16-12. We'll be back with the remainder of set number 4 here on One Sports. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, and our coverage continues here on One Sports, One Sports Plus Pilipinas Live, and on Signal Play. We take a look at the matchup between Gia de Guzman and the captain, Oshima Kyoka.
That's close, just by 2 in favor of de Guzman.
End of the second technical time.
Playmaking for their teammates here in this match.
Oh.
A lot of scores already for both teams, very balanced on the part of Creamline. For Japan, it's been Tamaru and Yano.
Well, for me, again, these players are just probably gauging, you know, or studying the opponent to see come Sunday, D-Day.
Hintayin nila.
Yeah.
Meron pa tayong Sunday as Carlos commits the attack error. It's a 6-point advantage for Kurashiki. And this is the time where Coach Sherwin inserts Rose Vargas again.
Well, she did play pretty well when she was inserted in the earlier set.
Ooh, service ace. And the lead continues to increase for Ablaze. 7-point advantage, timeout, Creamline.
Okay, huwag ka matakot magkamay. Okay lang, hindi kagandahan yung, yung receive. Yan, importante, baset naman ni Gia dun. Ha? Cover lang tayo ng konti, then transition. Okay, enjoy! Hey! Hey, pa yun! Hey! Let's go! All in, Creamline!
Kaoru, the libero of Japan, with 16 excellent digs in the match so far. One of the big reasons why we were able to get a head start. So walang nalalaglag.
Yeah. I mean, remember the first set? There's like no floor touch whatsoever.
Yeah. And now the lead is at 8 points. Looks like Kurashiki has no plans of looking back.
Yeah.
Vargas popped up there by Yamashiro. Yano with the attack and the point.
Well, even that worked for Kurashiki Ablaze. Yano didn't have the perfect approach. She had to jump backward, but still, she got the point.
And guess what? Kurashiki Ablaze on a 10-0 run. 10 unanswered points for Japan in this set against Creamline. They took that set 3 loss personally.
Yeah.
Creamline was ahead by a big margin too. Showing that they too can lead. Like this, pero nagka-error dun yung Kurashiki.
Well, again, this is just the preview to the finals on Sunday.
And the point we mentioned earlier, backtracking to the Invitational Conference last year when Creamline faced King Whale.
Yeah.
Diba? Nag 5 sets yung elimination game. King Whale won that, sorry, not elimination, the semifinals matchup. But then in the championship match, Creamline won.
In straight sets. Yeah.
So we don't know if that will be the same case. Really, we won't know until Sunday. That's why we have to all watch.
The fans are hoping, of course.
And see, ano bang mangyayari? De Guzman goes to Carlos.
Oh.
Oshima. It's kept alive by Japan. Yano goes up the tip.
Oh, that's
Picked up
alive.
by Tots. Galanza at the net. Hirauka goes to Yano. That's above Atienza. Another point for Ablaze.
And Yano has just been so effective. You know, very consistent in today's game. And in this entire tournament,
Right.
actually.
10-point advantage for Kurashiki. A good serve. And it's an ace. Kurashiki Ablaze now at match point. A convincing set number 4. If they do end up winning this set, and just when we thought Creamline was waking up
Yeah.
at the right time.
Well, they did have a good third set.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to look back on. You know, of course, they're going to study this entire match and the previous matches, but they can take from that third set win.
Creamline still alive. This is the same thing that happened a while ago. Baliktad lang. But Sato doesn't wait any further. Gets that service error. And the win goes to Kurashiki Ablaze. Staying undefeated. Winning all their matches here in the semifinals. And giving Creamline their first loss in the tournament.
Well, you know, this again, both coaches use different sets of players, maybe resting some players and maybe trying out some new things. But this is the last day of the semis. Again, we kept saying it's non-bearing because both these teams will go head-to-head on Sunday for the finals, which is winner take all.
And that's why we mentioned it's a finals preview. Preview lang to. There is more to be shown on Sunday for these two teams. As you mentioned, some players, key players, did not play. St. Domingo did not see action for Creamline. For Kurashiki, also some players did not see action. Pinahinga yung iba. But our final score is this: Kurashiki winning 3-1. Relive this game and all PVL games and stories anytime, anywhere on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. And the crowd applauding the efforts of Kurashiki Ablaze. Creamline fans welcoming them as they wave to the fans inside the venue, saying, "We'll see you again on Sunday." This is not the last time we'll meet. Our player of the game, Takahashi Kaoru, 16 excellent digs, 5 excellent receptions, and what an impact for her.
I mean, she just showed us how it is to be a libero and how you take to heart not letting the ball hit the ground. No floor touch. She just played spectacular. And that, just happened in the first set, second set, third, even a third, fourth set. You think 16 excellent digs and 5 interceptions isn't much, but it's the impact she had, like you said, on Japan's win.
And what Coach Hideo Suzuki emphasized post-game last night against PLDT, it will be defense. That will be their focus. That will be their key in defeating Creamline. They were able to do that tonight, staying undefeated after 5 matches. But they meet again on Sunday for the gold medal match. And for the bronze, Signal and F2 will go at it to make it to the podium finish. But what a match, Nareen. We saw what can potentially happen on Sunday. We saw a preview. And I'm sure it will be crazy loud here in the Phil Sports Arena.
I mean, you can't help but feel excited for the people who are able to get tickets for Sunday. It's going to be one hell of a game, and even the viewers just tune into that game.
And this is it, July 30, Sunday at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. The battle for bronze between the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and the Signal HD Spikers, and the finals at 6:30 p.m. Kurashiki Ablaze against the Creamline Cool Smashers. May the best team win on Sunday. But for now, that does it for our semifinals coverage. Thank you for joining us tonight on a Friday, staying with us, enjoying the action as we say goodbye to all of you. Meanwhile, the fans enjoy their time taking pictures with our players. On behalf of our director, Al Neri, our courtside reporter,